Welcome, it's SVPod. Stanford Steve is here. Red is not. I don't know where Red is.
Lost?
Could be a bath situation.
Date?
We
Maybe he had a date.
What's up? What's up, ladies? The handsome hound.
There is.
And he's no threat to you because he has no balls. I mean you no harm. We're off to a... I just want to tell you, where's the gas tank right now?
Oh, I haven't been home since Thursday.
All right, here we go.
Put my bags in the garage.
Turned back around and
grabbed
came
the
here.
Coffee, got my car finally for the first time in a week and came here, buddy.
I had to take the kiddos to school. My son's complaining. I'm like, buddy.
Yeah, he did not want to go to school. What a treat riding next to Sam on the plane.
I said, hey, pal, let's take inventory of your last 96 hours. Swamp for the Gators' victory over Texas. Singing I Won't Back Down.
A win.
Right? His brother chanting, back up, you suck. I'm like, Charlie, what'd you like the best? Chanting, back up, you suck. Awesome, pal. That's the spirit. Then go to the Jags game. Shout to the Jags. Before the game, they do this thing where you do a Duval. That's their thing. And my brother-in-law works with the Jags, and they say, like, would you do this? And you know me. What's my first reaction to most questions?
Hell no. Or fuck no.
Or since there's family involved, it was like, Because I'm sensitive to this. I mean, like, I don't want whoever they're playing against. You don't want the Chiefs to be like, what are we doing? And it's strictly a family situation. My wife is from there. All their family is from there. And so I was wishy-washy because it's just not my thing. That kind of stuff just isn't my space, which might seem odd. I'm odd. This just in. But standing on the field with your wife and your kiddos and my favorite Muppet, Jackson DeVille, who did a backflip off the fucking lights. You, sir, are a unit. What a cool memory for them to be out. It was just a really neat thing to be able to be a part of. So that's really cool. And then the game is insane.
We've been doing this 3 years.
On Monday nights.
That's easily the best game.
Ooh. There's been some...
Think about how many horrific games we've had where we're just sitting there at the 2-minute warning and it's like, come on, please.
There's some that haven't been awesome. This one was spectacular because Kansas City, as I described before and after, they have been the yardstick. They're the measuring stick. Them. That's what you get graded off of. Jacksonville's 3-1. They beat San Francisco out there at their place convincingly. It's like, all right, well, let's see what you got. They've never won on Monday night. Walking out last night with Shad Khan's son, Tony. And Tony's like, this is my dad's first Monday night win. And I'm like, God, I knew it was bad. I didn't make a point of it, but they won on Monday night at home. But they didn't just win on Monday night at home. They beat that team. And they beat that team that way. There were so many ridiculous moments that happened in the game. I think Lawrence crossed the line.
No way.
I thought it was close.
Oh.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, he didn't. And it's a hell of a play from Bolton, who always makes big plays for the Chiefs. So there's that crazy moment. Then on that very same goal line, Kansas City's going in. And it was really, really, really telling afterwards when Mahomes was like, look, I didn't see it on tape. I checked to this. There was I saw on social media the exact same situation, Cincinnati, from the exact same spot. Jags showed the exact same look, but this time they dropped. And then you get one of the all-time pick six runs we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But still, because it's Kansas City, you got to kill them 27 times. They take the lead late. And then on a night where Kansas City loses, and I started my conversation with Joe and Troy afterwards, like, when you look at the box score, you rarely, if ever, see the Chiefs have conspired in their own defeat. They had
oh, God. The penalties were tragic.
13 penalties last night.
Special teams automatically putting you back in field position.
But think about the after they take the lead on Hunt's second touchdown, what's Butker do? Kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah.
So Jacksonville starts at the 40. And then Lawrence makes some remarkable throws.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw Bill Barnwell say, this is one of the throws of the year. It's a 3rd and 7, and he hits Thomas for a big chunk. But 3 wasn't going to help him. They needed 7.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get another PI, another flag, I should say, a PI in the end zone. Now Jacksonville's on the 1, and Lawrence falls down in the middle of the pocket.
Well, how about right before the flag? He got to delay a game.
He did. That did happen. It wasn't clean, it wasn't beautiful, but the game was incredible. And for them to win that way, and for Lawrence to use his legs a lot in this game, to move to 4-1, and an amazing stat, they had 9 turnovers last year on defense. 9 for the year. They already have 14 this year. So Liam Cohen and the offense, that gets talked about a lot. I understand why. But their defense is serious, man.
How many do they have?
14.
That's 14 more than the Jets.
Not one at the moment.
You said it. The game had everything.
We'll get to them.
I mean, good Mahomes. You start seeing that offense starting to evolve. What, they got to go one more game without Rice?
6 games for Rice, and then they get him back. But when they're right, they still look like them.
Oh yeah,
it's 14-0. Go ahead.
I sitting next to Swag, we're watching, and I'm like, it sounds so simple, and it is, but Mahomes makes it look so easy.
Unreal.
Because he just goes where he's supposed to with the ball. You know what I mean? Like, catch and throw. Like, all right, quick screens. All right, all the misdirection. But so many times, it's not like you're not going to get to him. Obviously, when you get to third downs, they're just so smart in their approach early on. We're sitting there, they're 2nd and short, then it's 3rd and short. I'm like, this is 4-down territory. Swag's like, they're going to take a shot here with Thornton. Boom. They get the remember the one down on the 5-yard line got reviewed. Like, he had him beat, but Mahomes got hit on the blitz. That led to their first touchdown.
Right. It was it was an underthrow. Thornton made a nice play on it.
But when he's on and you just start seeing, he's more comfortable with his toys that he's playing with. Thornton's becoming a guy. Hollywood's, done a nice job filling in. You have Kelsey and Gray in their roles, and Schuster uses the middle of the field. And Jacksonville just stayed in it. The pick 6 obviously was enormous because you don't know what happens if the Chiefs score there. And the building was in it. Like, the Chiefs bring out an energy in opposing teams. And we'll say what all we want about Jacksonville. It was rocking.
I was reading like Jags fans saying like that's one of the top 2 or 3 loudest I've ever heard that stadium. That Devin Lloyd return, there's a roar initially, and it built and built. And then there's that great moment that's my favorite part in a crowd where they're cheering, and then everyone collectively holds their breath because Tyquan Thornton, who's a 4-3 guy, is chasing down a defender who is running out of gas rapidly. And there's that burst when they realize he holds on to it, gets through the tape, which is the goal line, and it explodes, man.
Camera shaking, the whole thing. It was really, really good.
Because Kansas City, I said it on SportsCenter, I said it on Countdown, I think. I make the comparison to Duke when Krzyzewski was there, and when they'd come to your joint, they're your biggest game. I don't care who you are. And that's when you know you're it. Everyone's got rivals. Like Duke, I go back 100 years ago when Maryland was in the ACC. Duke Carolina's Duke Carolina, but they're Maryland's biggest game. They beat Virginia's biggest game. They beat State's biggest game, Clemson's biggest game. So you have your primary rival, so that's your big game, but you're everyone's big game. That's what the Chiefs are. They have lived on that stage, and that's what made them that it's so shocking to see them do what they never do, which is not implode. It wasn't drastic mistakes. It was death by 100 paper cuts. Everyone's focusing in on this Chris Jones rep on that last Trevor Lawrence run. Like, do you think he's just gassed?
Everyone was gassed.
It's hot as hell.
Watch
it's
a couple routes by
humid.
Travis Hunter. He's gassed. I was watching him on that last drive. But Lawrence was great because he said, you asked him after the game, that last drive, what are you looking to do? And he's like, I want to get a couple completions. What does he end up doing? He's got to scramble twice. But physical, man, like he could feel it. You could see the difference and more of an onus. I think that Liam's telling him like, hey man, you're such a good athlete. When we do these rollouts, don't be afraid. Stay ahead of the sticks.
They had a design rollout that probably would have worked if he was a little more patient on that.
Got to see it a little bit. Let the big boy get out, and you just cut right behind him.
And that's the play where when he tried to reach it across the line, it didn't get in. But I asked him, was that intentional to use your legs more? Because that's the thing with Mahomes. You talk about how the ball just goes where it's supposed to. And when it's on time and they're doing all this eye candy, like someone's always open and he always delivers. But where Mahomes absolutely destroys people is off-schedule plays. There's no one better.
Oh, no.
I mean, I say there's no one better. It's fun when Allen starts running around. It's fun when Jackson starts running around. But I feel like Mahomes is the guy that has the most incredible awareness of where the line is, and he'll float until he realizes, all right, now I'm going to run, and then he'll crush you running. But last night, Lawrence, I mean, he took off running twice and for touchdowns. And what did he rush for last night?
54?
Yeah, leading rusher, 54 and two touchdowns. It was just all in. You're saying our best game that we've had?
Easily.
It was a tremendous competition, and then the emotion that's involved from the home team. Like it feels like a breakthrough. And I asked Troy to expand upon it afterwards. During the broadcast, he said, this is the kind of game that can change your season. And I asked him, like, how so? And it's just winning the way they won, where they had to beat that team on a drive, that changes a quarterback. And that was the question beforehand, right? When I talked to Troy on Countdown. They're paying him like he's a guy because that's what you have to do. And he hasn't been the guy yet. It's only October. It's early. But to move to 4-1 that way against them. And now the Chiefs have to live with the results that they've got 3 losses. And every game they play feels like, oh, which national window are they in, and what good team are they playing? Oh, this week it's Detroit.
If the playoffs ended today, they'd be out.
They don't end today, Kingdom.
Just saying. They did.
We're going to let them play 17, not 5.
Yeah.
But it does appear that Kansas City, like every week, is in some big, massive national window, and typically it feels like they're playing good teams. So far, the teams they beat, not good. And teams that they've played that are good, they've lost. They're fine. They're Kansas City. No one's writing their obit on this show, but what a night in Jacksonville.
I should have looked this up or remembered or know it. But are they the only team that just has an NFL team? Only city?
Only city that only has an NFL team?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go through them. I can think. Vegas, no, they got Golden Knights.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Green Bay?
Yeah, Green Bay is the only thing that they got some head shops up there driving out in Lambeau. Want to get a one-hitter on the way out of town?
No, it was like we were up at Amelia Island, like everybody on Sunday and Monday were like, oh, you're going to Jax for the game? Big one. Like it was just, I was like, I'm in Jacksonville. They're fired up. But that's the only show in town. Wait till that stadium gets done. Then they'll be cooking.
Going to be like a 3-year thing all in, but it's a huge sort of citywide project that the city could use, and the team is the impetus behind it, and they're going to get it. But last night was a huge night for them, and shout out to Jacksonville. Thanks again for allowing my family to get that moment. My middle son not thrilled with being out there; he's terrified.
Oh, I was trying to give him some words.
Yeah, I know, and I appreciate you.
And you guys put him right in the middle, so he couldn't run anywhere.
Little fella was into it. I was surprised he didn't just cuff the mic and do it himself.
Yeah.
But hell of a game, hell of a night, and significant result in terms of the grand scheme.
Steamy.
There's a moisture, a mustiness to the air. It's a humidity. It reminds me of my Orlando days. Like the ground there is just, I don't know. It's like feels like the dirt and the soil always maintains like some.
It's not wet.
No,
but it's like, I know it's your hated word.
It's moist is really the only word that describes it. God, I hate that word.
Oh, but that's what it is.
All right. So if we take that Jacksonville win and say recency bias, whatever, is that the best win of the week in the AFC? Hard to top it.
No.
If the best win of the week was Denver over Philly.
Yeah.
Right. Sean Payton challenged his guys like to go in and do it. And they're down 14 and they come back and win. It speaks to some of the dysfunction of the Eagle offense, right? We win, our wide receivers aren't thrilled. All right. So we throw our top wide receivers the ball 18 times, but we only run Saquon 6. That's just a baffling recipe for a team that kind of starts with a run game.
And they had a 2-score lead.
I understand. Now that like a week ago, you had a big lead and you didn't complete a pass. This week, you have a 2-score lead and you don't run. I'm sure they're like, what do you want us to do? I mean, mostly you guys just win and you're fine, but that's a bigger deal for Denver to be able to go do that, erase that deficit. And now, they were 1-2 and they had 2 really losses that they could have avoided. But now, with the Chargers banged up and reeling, there you are at 3-2, and Kansas City's behind you.
Think about their losses.
Who?
Denver.
Well, yeah, they lost on a field goal that was a 60-yard field goal where they called for the leverage thing, and then the next kick was good, and then they lost a lead late against the Chargers.
Yeah, tough ones.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you could do this "they could be" thing with anyone. They could be 5-0. Well, yeah, but they also could be 4-1 and not come back from 14 down against the reigning champs on their field.
I loved Peyton going for 2. After the game, he said, we came here to win the game. There, I believe it was 0-112, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter, or start the fourth quarter maybe. And they battle back, and it's perfect because Nix is really good on those rollouts and those quick throws. You got Franklin, who's a guy that could get open in a phone booth.
That was such a great play design, the 2 to Franklin.
Right. And
you like them going for it.
Yes.
I don't get it. I mean, they ran a great play and it worked. You know what I always say? People love it when you go for 2 and it works.
Yeah, but
you loved it no matter what. You were first guessing.
Overtime in the NFL.
It's a little different now with everybody getting to touch it.
Stand it. And you have all that momentum. That momentum's real. I don't know if there's any analytics that carry that momentum, but you just scored twice and shut the opponent out in the fourth quarter. You know you got to play. You know you got one. You haven't shown you practice it in Special Cat every week.
So you run it.
You're going for it.
And they did, and they got it.
And I believe they don't like the overtime thing. You don't know the circumstance. Totally flipped. What's a better chance? Right here. On the road, an NFL's regular season game, you play 17.
I mean, it worked. It worked. And then, Philly gets the ball back. And go ahead.
The other thing is, I'm not like – the kicking has been unbelievable. I get it, the new balls and how they're doing it. It's pretty evident. Talking to people and seeing the results. I also hate that they moved the extra point back. I think that factors into it too.
See, I like it. That's
what I'm saying. What if you miss the extra point? Pressure kick. What is it, 42-yarder?
32. I mean, look, it's not a given anymore.
No.
What's my big objection to the tush push? I don't like anything in sports that is essentially a layup. I don't like anything that's just free. I want it to be some degree of difficulty. And a play that used to be like the moment, 4th and 1, defense, is just, all right, go ahead and shove the dude forward and we'll start over. Extra points become not a routine thing. I have best win from an NFC team as Tampa Bay at Seattle.
Great game.
Everyone talked about the uniforms. It really is a beautiful uniform. Why doesn't everyone talks about why doesn't this team wear that? Why doesn't Seattle just wear that blue? Like, it seems pretty.
Yeah, their navy's awful.
It's a beautiful blue. It pops, and then you mix and match with that Tampa uni. That's
yeah. Go ahead.
Well, no, it looks good, but then the game itself was outrageous. Baker Mayfield had 4 incompletions in a game where he threw for 379 and 2 touchdowns. It was a battle of, can you top this among Ohio State receivers. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 for $132. Emeka Buka, 7 for $163. That guy's tremendous. And it's back and forth and back and forth. And Sam Darnold was excellent as well. He only had like 5 or 6 incompletions. Unfortunately for them, one of them was a pick. I think it got deflected. It was David that got the pick. And Tampa Bay is the second they scored to potentially tie. To your point, Baker's holding up 2. He wanted to go for 2. They tied it, and then they got the pick. It allowed them to make the field goal. All 4 of their wins, they're 4-1. All 4 of them have been a score in the last seconds of games. It's amazing. And then the video comes out of the people talking shit to Baker Mayfield. Wrong guy. He's like, oh, you're new here. You're new here. We talked about it with the Ryder Cup. Like, you talk all that crap to Rory, and it's the opposite of bothering him. It's just it's the video game, and you're feeding him the magic candy that makes him invincible. You talk that crap to Baker, you're new here.
Do you have a Todd Bowles impression?
I feel like I could get one.
Because I'm imagining him telling his offensive coordinator who's in Baker's helmet.
It's just sort of, it's sort of like a, hey, Baker,
all right, here it is.
Stop talking shit and grabbing your dick. Don't.
That's not it. That's the space, right?
Yes. But him in that tone, telling his offensive coordinator in the midst of mayhem, tell Baker to get his ass off the field. We're not going for 2.
They didn't. But it works in their favor. Denver went for 2. It worked in their favor. Both road wins, huge. And I had Tampa's.
That's 2 losses already for Seattle at home, right?
It is. That continues.
Only losses.
It continues to be a baffling deal for them.
Crazy.
Because we were there for that was a good Monday night game with Locke to Jackson Smith and Jigba to beat Philly in that deal where they were spiraling at the end of the season. That is an incredible atmosphere and environment. And I'm just imagining Sunday where you got Mariners, Tigers, and they're side by side.
No, they played Sunday?
Yeah. Didn't they? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They played Sunday.
At night?
No, during the day.
Really?
What, am I making this up?
Oh, you could be right.
I mean, every once in a while.
It started right at Sunday Night Football.
I guess that's what it was.
Yeah.
It must have gone. Yes, you're
because they were worried
right.
They were going to have to move it, but then they said let's put the Yankees, Canada.
That's what they did. They were after that.
Yeah.
It's my point is that
they're both incredible.
Yeah, those venues downtown Seattle is a scene. It's gorgeous. But that was a hell of a football game, and so there's Tampa Bay again. Won the South. Look when they're 4 in a row, 3 in a row. I always get it confused. But Baker's, I don't know, in 5 games in MVP talk, we're not doing that. Well, we'll put the odds up on SportsCenter next time. Give you some MVP odds. Steve loves that.
Comeback player of the year. Let's get those going.
A little early.
Why?
A little early.
Dak.
He's playing great.
Ooh. All right, here. Anything else? 4 o'clock's night. Where do you want to go?
Well,
I have an assessment from the 1 o'clock windows. But let's get to the good stuff because it's terrible.
All right, we'll go back to the 1 o'clock window.
It could lead into Pooptown for sure.
Yeah, the 1 o'clock window was a dire chunk of time. I can certainly imagine that there's an argument to be made AFC side of the best win. And if you're a Patriot fan and you say, pardon me? Good. To go into, I still call it Rich Stadium in my mind, Orchard Park, and beat that team the way they did with Drake May and a focused and fiery Stefon Diggs, and a schedule that is light lifting the rest of the way. Easiest schedule in the National Football League from here until the end. That's just the quintessential Vrabel victory.
Yep.
You and I have made it clear we love him. But for a guy that you want to look at, because he's full, the mezzanine, the lower deck, full game dip.
Yeah, he might be a Zen guy now.
Huh?
I think he's a Zen guy.
Post game?
whatever.
I don't know, dude. I've been on the receiving end of some hot dip breath
That's
from
what I was
Braves.
saying. Way back. That was pre-Zins.
Whatever it is, you want to, if you look at that guy and think defensive end, backer, hybrid, meathead, it's a brilliant football guy that knows how to run the operation. It was clockwork. Calling timeouts, waiting until there's 18 seconds left because he knows that we can run this many plays and make sure they have no time left. And the way they ran it at the end to ensure that, okay, we can make this field goal, but we cannot give Allen the ball back with more than a handful of seconds. It was masterclass from Vrabel. And with a light schedule and May playing like that in that stage, there's a lot to like with New England.
Of course. The quarterback is real. The head coach is going to have you. I can't believe how much youth is on that team. The defense, I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so from there and there. There's a lot of young dudes on that team. I was so confident in the Patriots. Scott, we walked in to watch the games in Florida with the Monday night crew, and I walked in at 1 o'clock Sunday. I'm like, if anybody wants to win money tonight, take the Patriots money line. And they all looked at me like I was nuts. Our guy, Parolin, researcher, he's a Patriots fan. He's like, don't do this to me. I'm like, they are going to go in there. This is perfect for Vrabel. Go in there. I told, I said, it's not a factor in the game. The Bills don't want any of this undefeated stuff. It just works out perfectly. New England goes in there and wins. Buffalo refocus. And, boy, the turnovers in that, how many times it went back to back. But New England's ability to stay in it. It was nice to see a motivated Stef Diggs. He seemed invested.
Completely.
Yeah.
He had a 4-year run with Buffalo. It felt like longer because they were really good, and he was led the NFL in receiving yards and receptions there. Coming off an injury, slow start to the season, actually had a 100-yard receiving game before Sunday night. But then it was clear they looked at him. The very first pass of the game went to Diggs. And then I kept waiting to see how is Buffalo going to – I felt like it was mostly Za'Darius on him, 27. I felt like it was mostly him. And Diggs did work. 10 grabs, $146, but it was the off-schedule stuff where they were both on the same page. Like anytime we talk about Mahomes, he's an absolutely ruthless killer when plays break down, and it's him and Kelsey constantly, right? Ad-libbing. Never more so than against Buffalo, AFC Championship game. Do it! Getting that play that got him the field goal that tied the game. Obviously, we're talking years ago, but the ability of Diggs and May to ad-lib the way they did and be in sync on the same page was wild to see because it hasn't been there a long time. But it's exciting for New England if that's the Diggs that still is in him.
Did you see the clip of Teddy and Woody on Get Up saying, "We're back"?
I did not.
It's great. And everybody's just like, good, no. There's still plenty. I just love it because it brings out people's hatred. Rex is just sitting on the desk. He's like, I liked when we didn't have to talk about the Patriots.
I bet he did.
And Teddy and Woody are just sitting there laughing. It's a great clip. I do wonder.
Okay.
With Buffalo, and they got by last year because they have a ultra beast at quarterback, and then of course their former wide receiver 1 is on the other team. That's where, and New England's got some guys that can get after cover you. You know, guys weren't nude like we see Joe Brady dial up a lot. You know, and then everybody's got the end zone feed of Josh missing a throw where he flushes the pocket and he doesn't need to. You know, Monday morning quarterback stuff. That showed up to me a little bit that he doesn't have. In those circumstances, you're trailing. Where am I going here? And it looked a little different, which I haven't seen from Josh.
I'll say you're allowed to have a night where you don't have your best. I mean, look, like we talked about with Kansas City. I mean, they don't often contribute to their own losses. And Allen, afterward, very first comment, can't turn the ball over 3 times. The red zone pick can't have.
I said it's good. Lose now. Learn. Get motivated again. Refocus.
Their schedule isn't heavy lifting either because they've already had the one against the Jets, and you saw what happened. But they've got some, they'll get their game with the Chiefs, which feels like it's mandated at this point.
They got to play that spunky NFC South.
That's true. Spunky?
Spunky.
Okay. One word to choose, I guess. But I hear you. I understand what you're saying. I just think you're allowed to have one, and I also agree that with them it largely doesn't matter. I mean, I'd be shocked if the road in the AFC doesn't run through Orchard Park. Shocked.
Home field, you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
There's no reasonable path otherwise in my mind. I don't worry about the Chiefs being a playoff team, but I mean, you already got 3 losses, and you've got a whole lot more big boys standing in your way from here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's. I mean, Indianapolis could say, "Hey, what about us?" You know what? I'll talk about you right now, Indianapolis.
1 seed.
They don't play Jacksonville until December. You said earlier, I don't like these games early. I don't like them in September. I think this
they play them twice in December.
Yes, this is recency bias because I just left Jacksonville. I think that's dumb. I wish we could see that game soon. That Colts team, I looked at their schedule. It's not a lot that feels what you'd call rugged in their way. They just played Vegas, who's a mess. They now get Arizona. Then you're taking on a Charger team that's O-line is decimated. They just lost to Amari and Hampton. Then you get the Titans. So, I mean, then Steelers, Falcons, okay, at Kansas City, Texans, then it's Jags, Seahawks, Niners, Jags. So that's a stretch, but the way they're playing right now, Daniel Jones, a tremendous story. Jonathan Taylor is, I wouldn't say left for dead, but forgotten maybe.
Well, they were trailing so many games. You're not going to run the ball,
True, and their game scripts have followed a really Taylor-friendly path.
Yes.
And
to their credit.
And they just continue to do what the game script asks of them. I mean, that's a team that you have one like super scary wide receiver? No. I mean, maybe it's Pittman, maybe it's Downs, maybe it's Pierce when he's healthy, Doolin, whomever, Mitchell. But, like, there's no Jefferson or Chase or somebody like, ooh, that guy. I mean, and you got Daniel Jones. It was a retread that nobody wanted. High-level performances out of him. But they don't play Jacksonville till December.
Can we scroll down right there, please?
Steve's reading.
4 targets, 4 catches for 44.
Your guy.
He looks good. Scott.
You know what's fun is when a guy takes his Saturday stuff, excuse me, and it looks exactly the same on Sunday, and that's rare. You could show out even in the mighty SEC or the mighty Big Ten, but when you get to Sunday, it looks different. Warren is the same Tasmanian devil out there on the field in any circumstance. Get him down there, just snap him the ball on the goal line, see what happens. But he's out there mauling, blocking, willing blocker. He's exactly the same guy as he was at Penn State.
Yeah.
Steve likes tight ends.
Feed him.
They'd feed him more if they needed to, but they're up 40-6 on Vegas.
Point.
I already mentioned the Chargers. I mean, remember that 3-0 start where they had 3 wins against division teams, and you're like, wow. And it's a good thing they don't play in the NFC East because they're 0-2 there the last 2 weeks against the Giants in Washington. But with the injuries on the O-line and now Hampton being banged up, it's just got to get through it. I mean, you got to get Alt back when you can, but now I don't even know who your Who's your running back going to be? Are we going to do Vidal at this point?
Or the kid from Michigan.
Haskins, right?
Yeah, Haskins came in.
So it's one of those two, I guess. Just from the start they had for 2 weeks to go as poorly as they've gone is and they led 10-0 against Washington, by the way.
Turnover.
As I mentioned to Washington's offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, I said 5 changes the calculus. And he said, yeah, that's well said. It just uplifts everything. And that's Marcus Mariota won a game against Vegas, and then they lost on the road against Atlanta. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't Marcus's job to tackle people on defense. No one tackled against Atlanta. But obviously when Daniels comes back, it looks different.
One of the biggest difference makers in the league. It's crazy what he does. There was a half a tenth of a second on the last touchdown pass where I thought he was just throwing it out of bounds. I'm like, oh, no. Debo was on the other side of I remember I was looking at the formation. I'm like, oh, shit, he's rolling away from Debo. I'm like, oh, shit, Debo's coming all the way across the field.
I didn't realize until just this very second that's the reason I won my fantasy game.
There you go.
Yep. On that play. Thank you. Thank you, Cliff. 5-1 for 6 or 12 double tutty. Who's loving this fantasy football talk? Nobody. Certainly not H. Sorry, pal.
Oh, he doesn't listen.
He'll be fine.
H knows how to listen to a podcast?
No, of course not. I'll have to get none of those $10,000 omelets anyway. It'll be fine. But Washington now enters its.
What do we got?
Oh, it's every game is a national televised game. They're all nationally televised, I guess. But you get a Monday nighter, then you get a Dallas trip, then we go to Arrowhead for Kansas City. Then it's Sunday Night Football against Seattle. Go ahead.
They got to win these 2 games before we see them in Kansas City.
Chicago at Dallas.
Gotta.
I don't assume anything in this league, so we'll take them one at a time, Steve.
We could have a total of 60 in the Commanders-Cowboys game.
Yeah, Dak's really, really playing at a high level, and their defense makes everyone look good except the Jets. Dallas is your get-right game if you're an offense that's struggling, but boy, the Jets. Shall we open the doors and welcome our residents?
Just 1 second. So we go in with the games. We have the 2 giant screens, and we split them up with the YouTube TV.
Explain what you're talking about with we.
The Monday Night Crew to watch games on Sunday. So we have all the games. On the right TV where we had 4 games, it was Panthers, Dolphins, Raiders, Colts, Jets, Cowboys, and then the other one, Saints, Giants. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's 8 teams right there. Right now, I'm saying the Cowboys are not a playoff team. There was 1 playoff team playing. It was brutal.
It was a bleak early window.
And the Jets were the worst of the worst.
0-5.
You can't get right against the Cowboys defense.
Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards and got benched after his next game, after facing Dallas. Caleb Williams had maybe the epiphany moment, the aha moment against who? Dallas, 4 touchdowns, didn't get sacked. That's what that defense is. Now, amazingly, and this is only through a lens of fantasy, in the end, Fields had a good fantasy game.
Exactly.
This is the example of the thing I've never been able to figure out how to do it for SportsCenter because I love this concept, but it doesn't translate on TV. Maybe it will here. The concept is fantasy versus reality, and that is the exact example that I've always wanted. Maybe what I'm realizing as I say this out loud is that it doesn't often present itself, but Fields had something like 30 some odd fantasy points because he had a couple of touchdown throws
late,
and he had a couple of scrambles.
Went for 2 a couple times. They got both 2-point conversions.
And so that gets you points. But this is a game that they're trailing 30-3.
Yeah.
So at no point was it competitive. At no point. But he got you these fantasy points. But the reality is they're 0-5. They haven't forced a turnover, right?
Correct. First team ever.
That's an impossible stat. Just by accident, someone will just fumble the ball. Jackson Dart was just running with it against New Orleans, and then what? I can't do it. It was me trying to do Berman. I hurt myself. The ball just popped out. What was that noise I made? It was like a fucking goose dying. But New York's in that window too. Last week, they beat the Chargers. It changes the energy. Does he?
They turned the ball over 5 straight possessions.
To end the game. 5. It's like the Kobe. 5 to end the game. Good for Rattler in New Orleans.
Bang.
We talk. You know what? New Orleans, not in Pooptown.
There we go.
You know why? Because they play and they try. Just try.
I'm starting to wonder.
About?
We touched on the Eagles offense, and I know it's a big deal in that city, but there's too many other things. The last 2 guys that called plays there in Philly are NFL head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they don't have one calling the plays there.
Ooh. Hot take.
Because Kellen Moore, I mean, say what you want. They don't have a lot.
Not a ton.
And this resurrection with Steichen, I mean, they couldn't find a quarterback to play since he got the job. And when he's had one that doesn't give it to the other team, they win. They got a good roster. So it was just something I was watching Philly.
I got you
this week, and it just you're up 2. Like I don't know, but anyway, I want to talk about the Saints. Rattler, I didn't find the most likable guy in college. He was the first guy that the NIL deal. I remember reading the article about he was going to read one of those sports memorabilia, and he was getting paid whatever amount of dollars for each ball he signed, helmet he signed. And he had this stature. They did the documentary on him when he was in high school. And that situation happens. Then he gets benched for Caleb Williams. And it's kind of transfers to South Carolina, toughs it out, gets himself better. And then the quarterbacks are coming around. He started, right, that game we were at Green Bay last year?
Yes.
It was brutal. He had no one to throw the football to. And he's admitted he was super humbled. And these first month of the season has not been great. But dude stayed in it, man. And that's well, he was winless, right? 0-11, I think it was.
Correct. That was the first time he's gotten a start, a winner. The first time he got a win as a starter. And they were horrible against Seattle in a window where it's like, wow, they look like do they practice? It's one of those moments. But here comes New York, dart, energy, swag, or turnovers. And New Orleans gets the victory, which put a 1 in the left-hand column. Good for them.
Funky NFC South. Watch out.
But boy, that 1 o'clock window was it was Pooptown in all directions.
The Dolphins were up 17-0.
They were.
To the Panthers.
A team that looked like it didn't practice a week ago when they went to Foxborough.
Then they come back and take the lead, and you just know Carolina's going down and scoring.
And they did.
That's tough.
Yeah. Poor Mike McDaniel. I mean, there's that soundbite making the rounds where it's like it's just broken him. I don't even know what he's saying. But I'm not piling on because I can only imagine what it is to be in the midst of a thing like this where you're just looking for answers and you're like, we're playing a team that isn't awesome. We're ahead by 17. We're going to win this game.
You're up 17 on the Panthers. That's almost as unlosable as you can get.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that analytics of win probability or whatever because it's just entirely. I mean, it's based on it's guessing. I understand there's math involved or whatever, but no game that has ever been won with less of a win probability than Tennessee over Arizona. In my life, I can't recall anything that was that absurd. Because Tennessee, to quote their quarterback after they were shut out by Houston, if we keep it at a buck, we ass. And let me tell you, their buns were hanging out for 3 quarters in Arizona. Cheeks clapping. They were so bad again. They don't have it. They've got 2 field goals. It's 21-6, and DeMarcado is gone.
Gone out the gate.
And he drops it going in. That's my most hated thing in sports.
Ooh. That's a long list.
It is. I'm just telling you, if you played for me and you did that, I would create a fine that had never been seen. It would be voided by the Players Association. I don't care. I would fine you whatever your game check is. I get it. I'm giving it to charity. You don't get your game check. Stop fucking dropping the football before you're in the end zone. The end. Not the end. What are we doing? What is it that happens in your brain when you're like, I want to look so cool. I know what I'll do. I'll drop it at the 1. I actually thought he scored. I thought he did cross the line, but he didn't. And the Gannon thing with him on the sidelines.
Loved it.
Well, he apologized. And I love that too, because I think I was talking to our friend here locally who does a show, Kevin Sheehan, here in Washington, D.C.
Legend.
True. And he made a great point. He said, the best leaders have empathy. And I love that line because it's a teaching moment for sure. And a guy has to be accountable for sure. But you can't go over there and react the way, like in that moment, the frustration I can only imagine.
Yeah.
And this is a team, by the way, that is the first ever to lose 3 straight games on walk-off field goals. To San Francisco by 1, to Seattle by 3, and to Tennessee by 1. But all told, have empathy, make it a teaching moment. But let's go back to stop dropping the football. It's just the dumbest thing anyone does.
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent of having a breakaway layup, and as you go in to shoot the finger roll, you just drop the ball. I'm going to go in and dunk it. No, I'm not, because halfway up, I'm going to let go of the ball, because that's how cool I am. Oh, my God, it drives me fucking crazy.
It happened last week. Everybody in the league, you thought of
A.D. Mitchell he was just going to celebrate. He wasn't trying to drop it. He was reaching the ball out, and it slipped out of his hands.
Worse, some would say.
Well, I don't fault him. Hey, listen, you know who did it 2 years ago? Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
He's a great football player. Great. And DeMarcado, by all accounts, he stood there and he took it afterwards. And I salute that, because that's what you should do at a minimum, is be like, you got to own up to it. But then Taylor, it'll never happen to Jonathan Taylor again, ever. I bet it doesn't happen to DeMarcado ever again. But happening ever, it can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But what it did is it provided an on-ramp for a team that's awful and is down 21-6 to somehow get back in it, which included the single stupidest touchdown I've ever seen in my life, where Arizona got a pick, lost the ball, it got kicked, and Lockett falls under the end zone, and you're just laughing. Look at this spectacle of ass. Look at it. This terrible team, at least they're still trying.
Yeah.
But then they got to stop, and then they went down and kicked a field goal. And the field goal, by the way, comes from a guy, Sly, who from the same left hash missed wide by about 5 yards, and he just snuck it in there. But I loved the smile on the face of Cam Ward, because that dude cares. And I know that the idea is, well, he's supposed to care. Not everyone does. I'm well paid either way, man. My game check's the same. I don't get a bonus if I win or lose. But the bonus in that smile for him and for Callahan and that team, you're still in Pooptown. But you got to be happy for that period of time.
Yeah, and this is why it's great what we do. Look at what had to happen for that team to win a football game.
That's my point.
But that plane ride home, they don't give a shit. We got a dub on the road in a place, that Arizona window, man, 4:00. Shit happens.
That's true.
It's crazy. It's either a blowout or just buckle up for the fourth quarter.
Hansen has that witching hour thing on Red Zone. I think Arizona is its own little thing. It's like a haunted house, and who the hell knows?
It's nuts.
Goofy things happen, but look what had to happen for them to win.
Tyler left the game for a little bit.
There was a snap that went on his face, and they hurt his foot. Apparently,
who came in?
He was in New England
Houston?
last year. Jacoby Brissett.
Oh. Okay.
Professional backup quarterback.
Yeah. Hashtag get them chicks.
Or could be a starter in a pinch, has shown that he's capable. It was astounding. But at that point, we only had 4 games you could go quad box on your on your TV and you had all 4 of them up there. And for most of the time, that game was an unwatchable mess. And then it just turned into mayhem. But imagine being Arizona and you lose 3 consecutive games on walk-off field goals. I'd say 2 of them, San Francisco on the road and that one, were games that they probably feel like they should have won. To have been tied at 20 apiece with Seattle was like stealing. That was a game they were really not in for much of it. But they lose.
There's a big question regarding Pooptown.
I'd love to know what it is.
Are the Ravens in it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you this gift. Hit the drop.
Pooptown!
Yes, Pooptown. The penthouse suite in Pooptown currently is occupied by the New York Football Jets. Jets, Jets.
Okay.
Pooptown!
Adjacent to you, 1 floor down, are the Miami Dolphins.
Pooptown!
Pooptown. Your neighbors on that same floor are the Raiders.
Pooptown!
It hurts me. I was all in, thought they were going to be good. Gino needs to tighten it up. They paid you a lot, and not for this. I believe he has 8 interceptions. That's way too many. Titans had a happy moment, but look, you're not good.
Pooptown!
You still are in Pooptown. How do New York fans do it? This Sunday featured the Yankees down 13-0. The Jets playing the get right defense and not getting right. The Giants turning it over 5 consecutive times to end the game. You're 1-4? Pooptown.
Pooptown!
Browns.
Pooptown!
So close. No.
You're crashing on a sleeping bag on a couch. We're not. You can stay in someone's
out on a screened-in porch, or they got air conditioning
outside. I want it to be uncomfortable.
1 game sample size with the new quarterback
in the lobby,
waiting to check in.
In the lobby are the Baltimore Ravens, my pick to win the Super Bowl.
Pooptown! Wow.
Here's what's going to happen. They'll probably lose to the Rams and be 1-5 heading into
my Super Bowl.
Heading into their bye. Steve's Super Bowl is a Pooptown play-in game. Not true. The Rams aren't in there.
No.
After the bye, when they get all of these guys healthy, and it's O-linemen and defensive backs, well, it's all levels of the defense, which is horrific at the moment, and your multiple MVP quarterback, Lamar Jackson. When you get them back, you'll go scorched earth and you'll be fine. We're kind of I'll just admit it, I'm just trying to, a little scared straight kind of moment here. Just trying to frighten you with the thought of Pooptown, which is a make-believe place that exists on a podcast. But they stunk Sunday in a way that was astounding to see.
Yeah, they've It wasn't even close.
The Houston Texans scored 36 points in their first 3 football games. They had 24 at halftime against Baltimore.
It was done.
Done. And that stadium, which has got such great energy and passionate fans, it's empty. And you're getting dragged. And it's unbelievable to see. Now, be fair. Backup quarterback makes it incredibly difficult. And the number of gigantic impact players on both sides of the ball that are out, understood.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't change what happened against Detroit. It doesn't change what happened against Buffalo, letting leads get away. This is what you are. This is who you are. You got to wear it. So you don't want to hit that elevator and go up to visit anybody in Pooptown. You don't want to live here.
You have to use your room key to get up to your floor in the elevator in Pooptown.
There's no elevator. It's just
Stairs?
elevator. No, that's the other part. You only after you get in the elevator and hit a button do you hear the voice go, "Use the stairs." I'm like the guy in Saw. I just sit in there and I wait, and they get in and use the stairs. Elevator doesn't work. Watching you. Who else is in Pooptown? I feel like there was somebody else that's in Pooptown that I didn't write down. Carolina's. They've won 2 games. You know what?
Come on.
You get a weekend pass. You can go run amok. Whatever you want to do. Just know we're not moving anybody into your space. We know you'll be back. I think you'll be back. They were happy they won. You know what? When you see the joy in like the group, you realize, I mean, everyone cares. Everyone tries. That's the thing. No one's trying to be awful.
Scott, if we are noticing that in a 1 o'clock window with 4 games, that there's 7 teams that stink, all 7 of those are in Pooptown, right? You don't have the Cowboys in Pooptown.
No.
But I agree. But if we notice it, guys that are coaching in the league have to know, hey, man, we got to get this win this week.
Yeah.
We got Raiders-Titans this week. It's a monster game.
By rule, barring the unlikely of Green Bay, Dallas 40-40 ties, someone will get a dub.
Where is that game and what is the line?
I'm just going to do my best not to put either team in a teaser.
No, you know what you do in that game?
What?
Put them both in the teaser.
Why wouldn't you?
There we go. Titans at Raiders.
Woo!
4:05 on the Big Fox.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da!
Las Vegas -4.5. That's a lot.
I don't think there's favored. You know what? Tennessee's not a well-oiled outfit. That's a big one.
I can't wait for that game.
Can't you? When do you leave for Oregon? Like right out? Like do you have to get in a covered wagon right after this podcast?
No, we have to do a show tomorrow night.
Oh, there you go. And then you'll be on the. What's the route? What do you fly to get there?
Actually, lucky being here in D.C. We're going Dulles to Salt Lake, right to Eugene.
Salt Lake to Eugene direct?
But it's a 5 a.m. flight out of Dulles.
Oof.
So I probably won't go to bed after the show.
That's a bleak one.
Tomorrow night. Sleep on that.
Game day in Oregon.
Cannot wait.
Red River, Ohio State, Illinois. Sneaky in the SEC. Coach Drink and Mizzou. Welcome, Bama. It's a small little number. Brother versus brother. South's oldest rivalry, Georgia-Auburn.
Night game. Auburn. Please. I want to go there for game day so bad.
Well, then they're going to need to get that one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things about conference expansion that are not my favorite and games that don't make sense. Like people will say, oh, the fabled Rutgers-Washington game this week. That's a conference
Friday night
game. Conference
in
game.
Seattle.
And that's okay. No one ever dreamt of that or wished for it to be. But you get Michigan USC. I mean, hello again, everybody.
In Los Angeles.
That's a Keith Jackson special, Rose Bowl special. That's a conference game. You don't get enough of those to make it feel like it makes sense cosmically, but you do get that. That's the NBC game, right? Well, they got a couple good ones.
Oh, they got a good window.
So you get Michigan USC, gigantic game. USC, that's a gotta have it game for Lincoln Riley. I don't mean I don't mean like for his job. I just mean in general.
If Michigan goes there and does what they did to say Nebraska, the USC thing is going to get hot because it's the same story.
People say that. It's the same thing with James Franklin. Like, all right, like it's a $50 million buyout. Who's paying the guy to go? Who?
They just kept talking about how much money they got when we were up there.
So you're going to give it all to a guy to leave?
I don't know, but to your question and our question all the time, who are you getting?
Right, who's better? Who's better?
Question for you.
You think you could just go to the magic store of get us over the hump coach store? Right next to the get us the quarterback store. Doesn't exist. Go ahead. What's the question?
Texas Tech.
Yeah?
Was Houston winners?
Yeah, I had him.
Did you watch?
I did watch.
What do you think of the Red Raiders?
Defense. We talked about this the other night.
Elite?
I believe so. Now, Houston hadn't lost a game, but I also watched them play at Oregon State, and they stole a win against a team that's not great. Houston is not elite. They're well coached.
Yes.
Coach Fritz, we great admiration for him. He's a ball coach. And Wigman got hurt in that Houston game. He's in protocol. I'd say Texas Tech's defense is elite just because of what I saw him do in Rice Eccles to Utah. But they haven't given up more than 14 points in a game. So at some point, even though you're not climbing the tallest mountains, I'm still impressed with what you're putting on. What I watched the other night, their defense is they tackle.
Quarterback, too.
Yeah, I understand.
You know?
Well, I mean, they got elite edge guys.
I ranked them fourth.
Okay.
Ahead of Ole Miss, ahead of Oklahoma, ahead of Texas A&M. They were the ultimate transfer team with the money they spent.
Yep.
And I did not know what I'm getting, but in the opportunities that they have had, they have put some good stuff on tape.
That's what I'm saying. I watched them intently just because I wanted to be able to watch, and I also thought they wouldn't win by more than 11 points, but they won by way more than 11. I'll say this, the quarterback that they go up against this week,
you
go up against Daniels from Kansas, that offense, that'll feel more like, potentially that could feel more like a Texas Tech game because I believe Kansas can score. If you hold them under 14 points, then I'm not withholding praise. I'm giving praise. I'm saying if you hold that offense under 14 points, then I'd be like, holy smokes, they're not going to give up much to anybody.
Night game in Lubbock. That's good.
What do they play? What is that?
It's not. You can't say it.
Oh. Bad words?
Yes.
We pretty much can say anything. You were there for it was Halloween and they
greatest night in the history of Lubbock. Crabtree.
It was unhinged.
It was nuts.
Like a different kind of energy.
Oh, yeah.
Like a sinister energy in the air.
You felt it as soon as we walked down the sidelines.
I was
like, this, because that was the year Heath Ledger was the Joker.
Yeah,
everybody's in the Joker. Fucking tortillas flying. It was mayhem. They rushed the field 4 times.
They did.
They scored and they had to kick off from the 5-yard line. If Texas had like 10 more seconds, they could have done it. It was mayhem.
Truly.
Oh.
I say this like I wasn't there. I just remember that. I remember Russillo was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is that where McShay left his rental car like an on-ramp?
I think they might have misscheduled some flights.
It happens.
And I believe they ended up having to drive to Odessa.
As one does.
Which is not as far as I had to drive to Amarillo.
That sounds like it took a day and a half.
It felt like it. West Texas, buddy.
It's wide open.
Your phone used to, remember when it used to go into roaming? I had a 6 a.m. flight, got out of there probably 1 o'clock, and I'm driving. And nothing. I don't know what that highway is. But you're going, and there's not a light, and there's just like tumbleweeds going. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, this is it. Some creature comes out here and gets in the way of the car. Like, no one's ever going to know. But I saw the greatest night in the history of Lubbock.
So far.
The Loop.
So far.
Ooh.
Never know. Better ones could be
I
coming.
think Texas Tech's at Arizona State next week.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
My favorite thing in the whole world is that Steve Kerr's favorite thing in the world is me saying Joe Flacco. So on my phone, I'm not going to share it with the world, but I guarantee that this is a video of Steve Kerr saying, Joe Flacco.
Question about that.
Is he the starter in Cincy?
I don't know.
I used all my free agent budget on Browning.
Do you think the Ravens are saying, shit?
We could have had Flacco.
Yeah.
Well, we had him down here for a while, and he was really good, okay? No, we love him. We missed you. He went down, won a Super Bowl. I don't know. I know Browning wasn't no good last week.
Oof.
Cincinnati.
He somehow got some fantasy numbers. What did he throw? 3?
He got
fourth quarter.
He got big numbers late.
Not that anybody started him.
I didn't. I would have helped me, oddly enough, because
have him?
I started Geno. Now I'm gonna try to pick up Flacco, and then I can go Geno and Flacco. It'll be the Geno and Flacco show.
Couple other things.
Please.
Puka.
On pace.
1999, I think it is.
On pace. I got him on my squad. No big deal.
I saw Schefter talking about it with Ty. Do you know the 3 highest receiver yardage seasons?
No. Torrey Holt?
No.
They didn't throw it as much then.
Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, and another one.
Clint Didier.
No, because Stafford threw to all 3 of them.
Oh.
Yeah. And who does Stafford throw to this year?
Puka. The thing I love about that, has nothing to do with fantasy football, is just that I think offensive coordinators and coaches just have to try too hard to be clever. I spend all my waking hours in this facility. I don't spend time with my family. I eat shitty food out of styrofoam and leave dip cups all over my office so I could spend 16 hours a day trying to figure out how to run an option route that's going to get us a first down. Or, you know what? I could just throw the ball to 12 all fucking day. And Stafford does.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, now it's like, I could throw it to 17 too. We got Devontae Adams. Oh, while we're at it, I've got Tutu out. Well, we're running him. He's a speed guy. Stafford's a Hall of Famer. But my point is simply, if you have someone that's that significant a weapon, then deploy that weapon. He doesn't have to be told that. And I think I think more teams should do it. Not everybody's got someone that's as good as Nakua, but everyone in the league could have had him, but he ran a 4.6, so we don't know that we want him. I don't know. He seems to be able to run 12 yards this way and that way to get open and then get you first down after first down.
Couple other things.
I love it. Love the other things. Here we go.
Stats I saw on the internet confirmed by Cap. New segment.
So this is stats I saw on the internet that I believe.
No, these are stats on the internet I saw and asked Cap to confirm.
So these are facts at bat.
Yes. The Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens all lost on the same weekend.
For the first time since
2017.
They don't lose a lot.
Lamar and Josh were in college, and Patrick Mahomes was sitting on the bench.
So Louisville, Laradice,
That's amazing.
Did you see that sleet storm, a hailstorm in Laramie?
God.
People are like, it snowed. It wasn't snow. Wasn't snow.
Mullen must be like, what the fuck did
am
I
I
get
doing?
myself into? They won, though. Credit to them.
And covered.
Old UNLV team, did they?
Might have been looking at the pokes. Dak Crumb. Next stat.
No, there is no more.
Oh,
wait, no, he sent one.
That's not a segment. That's just one thing you saw.
One thing. Could be a stat.
Well, I mean,
the other one was if the
playoffs started today.
Yeah, Chiefs are out. Ravens and Chiefs are combined 3-7. They were 27-7 last year.
All right, let me give you. This is like inside the mind.
You were on the text too.
I saw that. What's more shocking, the Chiefs and Ravens at 2-3 and 1-4, or the fact that 1, 2, and 4, I think in the preseason poll are all not ranked?
Virginia has a better chance to make the playoff than the preseason 1 and 2.
That's honestly bananas. When
Nuts.
you just the fact that Texas, Penn State, and Clemson are all not ranked is astounding to me. Why is Charlie Hennigan up on the?
Because he's on the all-time yardage list. He held it for what, 34 years? 1961.
Who did he play for?
The Oilers. Look at that man, balling. Where'd he go to college?
Let's find out. LSU
and Northwestern State. Oh, I got to get a Hennigan.
I think the Texans should change their name to Oilers and wear the Oilers uniforms. I think the Titans, though, own the Oilers uniforms, and there's some weird thing about that.
Yeah,
but I think that the Titans should just add that. Well, the Texans should trade with the Titans for the option to wear Oilers gear, change their name to Houston Oilers, and go back to that look.
It's the best.
That powder blue,
as
and
good as Seahawks and
the
Buccaneers
white helmet with the oiled derrick on it. Oh my God, sex. Uniforms porn.
Okay. Question for you.
Yes.
When's the last time, or if ever, you used grown men aftershave?
It's funny. I went to look for some smell good recently because I was going out to dinner, and I thought it would be funny if I put some on, and my wife would she would just look at me like, "Are you wearing cologne?" Like, yeah. You like it? Huh? You like that scent? And I think when we had the fire, that the drawer that the cologne was in,
fragrances.
I only had one. I had it was Bulgari. It's that stuff smelled nice. It's like in a little blue disc, sort of like a circular thing. Bulgari.
Stuff's flammable, right? So that probably went away with the fire.
Well, the fire didn't burn down, thankfully, to that part. But like anything that was in any drawer got put in stuff, and I'm pretty sure. Like the one thing they're pulling up the Bulgari. I don't know.
Okay, so
is that Pour Home? Yeah, Pour, Pour, HOMM, Pour Homie. There it is, Aqua. That one right there. That's the one. I need to get me some of that. I haven't.
Like aftershave.
Oh, you mean like brute?
Like your dad?
Old Spice in that bottle?
Yes.
What was better than, like, my grandpa used to have it, and when I'd go there, I would go to the back, shake some in my hands, smack it on my face, and he'd come back, and he would just laugh at me. Scottino, you got in the aftershave? I'd be like, yep.
So that's that long ago.
I mean, I don't know that I ever wore aftershave.
That's what I'm saying.
Never in my life.
It's just gone away, by the way. Like, I just remember being at the YMCA and, like, Dad's playing racquetball. I go shoot hoops, jump in the pool. All right, let's shower up. And Dad, last thing he's doing is fucking taking the aftershave.
We've lost our way.
And so
let's
this weekend
normalize aftershave.
This weekend,
what happened?
We're at the Ritz. So they got a steam workout room. Like, I'm like, all right, Sunday and Monday, get a good workout in, go get a steam, whirlpool, hot tub. And so Monday morning I was like, you know what? They got like these quad razors. I'm like, all right, I'm going to shave here. So I shave my head and then I shave and I'm like, Oh my God, there it is. Like the old blue juice aftershave. You know exactly. Brute was green.
Yeah.
Old Spice was blue.
Blue juice.
And it's the blue. I'm like, oh. And I put a little on my hand.
Oh, it stung.
I'm like, this smells unbelievable. So, like an absolute idiot, I mean, I pour a cupful in my hands and I just put it on my head and I'm rubbing it. And I mean, straight Macaulay Culkin.
Instantaneous.
Ah! the towel guy comes running around. He's like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, my head is on fire. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, this is good. I like it. A little more on the cheeks.
Felt alive.
I smelled so good. It was awesome.
You walk by Aikman in the day and he'll be like, hey, what are you wearing?
Oh, he turned his head.
I bet he did.
He did.
I bet. You know what he was? He was envious. He could.
Aqua Velva. Man, I don't remember those commercials.
Hell yeah. We've just lost our way.
Oh, man.
Why don't we
Spice
use
Classic scent.
Why don't we
That's
use
the one.
Old Spice Brute and Aqua Velva anymore?
I think I'm going back to it.
What are you going? That's like in the future. I think you went back to it. I think you're in it.
The issue was 5, 6, 7 hours later, we get our makeup for Sports Center. The wipes to take it off.
Mhm.
Buddy, that whole 45-minute drive home last night, my head was on fire.
Really?
I went and took a cold shower. Yeah. I think it was just
This doesn't sound pleasant to me.
it's fine. I don't have any like irritation or nothing. I feel good today.
Well, why would the
I think it was
the application stinging I get? Why did the
the
removal?
immediacy of not using aftershave for 40 years. Just got into some pores that we didn't know were there. And then I just thought science.
A four decade window of not doing it might have just your immunity was
Buddy,
weakened.
Man's man.
I like it. I like it a lot. You know what else you should start doing? Start wearing wearing suits and top hats to games. Like back in the day, like you see pictures of old baseball games, like every single person is dressed up, proper cap, suit and tie.
They had one of those.
Let's go out to the ball game. What do you say?
They had one of those stores that was
We'll go down to Forbes Field, catch a double header.
Abbott's.
Want to smoke? Aftershave? Mints? Candies? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I love this. This sounds like fun.
I think I'm going to bring it back.
I'm just going to get some smell good. And then you remember, you got to shoot one spray up and then walk through it.
Up? You didn't do this one?
No, I would
And
always
then walk
shoot it up
through?
and then I'd walk through it.
Okay.
And then you just get like a nice application, little spritzer all over you.
You don't do that.
Nah, back in the Vegas days when we were Issey Miyake, your boy would get loaded up. Wait! I had something on that aftershave lane.
buddy.
Now I'm forgetting what the.
I'm telling
damn
you.
it! I had something. I
don't know which one it
I know.
was.
I ask you.
That's the problem.
Blue. It was blue.
It was blue.
We'll call. It's real simple. We'll call the place and say, "Listen, thanks for the nostalgia tour.
Yeah.
You opened a door I'd had shut for 40 years. I need to know what the blue stuff was."
Taking the nails off the door and opening it back up.
Hang. I'm asking you top 5 things you love to do, not like to do, like your favorite things to do. I say steam is on the is top 5.
Hell yeah.
What do? You just sit there?
Huh? Put something in. Listen to music.
I was going to ask you. So we're just
read.
So you sweat like a pig.
Mm-hmm.
Read and listen to music.
Scott, my dad would sit in a sauna for an hour and read the whole newspaper.
Get all all soggy and
it was
flopping in his hands.
Yeah.
Ink everywhere.
Yeah.
Now we're living, son.
I would be outside. I'd last 5 minutes in there.
Dad,
he'd have the thing of water
while we're young,
right on the wall. Do not pour water on the rocks. He would come in with a bucket. That thing would go to 170 degrees. It was like the sun. I'd last 5 minutes, and then I would just be sitting out there looking at the clock, waiting. It would just be going around.
But see, you know what's amazing? You got it. It's his DNA running through your veins.
Oh, man, good. You can't.
And now here you are.
Vegas every morning, no matter, you have to start your day with a steam. What you do to yourself, the fumes.
Buddy, I don't know if a steam would have helped us.
Oh, yes, it would have. But you got to clear it out.
Wasn't the alcohol we were trying to get rid of.
Exactly.
I don't know how to detox for that circumstance. That was long ago.
Go. One more.
No, I'm pleased.
Steph and Maddie had the album going last night.
What album?
New Taylor Swift. Dude.
Oh, right.
And there's a song.
Yep.
Called Wood.
Yep.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah. So what? My daughter?
My daughter. Like what?
I don't know.
What do we do?
The other night, my daughter's like, Dad, Taylor Swift has a new album. I said, yeah, I know. I was listening to it driving home. You were? Yeah. I mean, it was out. Everybody's freaking out. So we drive home late from work and I'm listening to it. Like, oh, what's this one about? Oh. I mean, I guess you can't name it Dong. Probably is a tougher one to have on what's this one? But I mean, that's what, I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I know.
And so I asked my daughter, I'm like, what's your favorite song? And I'm like, please don't say Wood. Please don't say Wood. Please don't say. And she said something about the life of Ophelia or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Is that, what's it called?
Jack. He knows it.
Something.
Fate of Ophelia.
Fate of Ophelia? I think it was that. And it was she mentioned several. She did not mention that.
Our favorite's Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay. She didn't say.
Not Wood.
I mean, we're
Wish List is catchy.
We're getting to that. And by
Honey.
the way,
I like Honey.
Isn't Wood the one that's just like a blatant, I want you back, Jackson 5? I mean,
beginning.
As soon as it starts off.
Your
I'm
head popped up when you heard it.
Why? Because I'm like, oh, we covering a Jackson 5 song? Oh, no, we just took that riff? I don't know how that works. What's, Green Day has a song, and I'm like, this is the exact, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, that's that Pink song.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing is there's only so many notes in a song.
Put a little riff in there. And
I understand. I'm just saying it sounded familiar. And I wonder how musically things don't get repeated all the time, given that there's only so much you can do.
Some would say we're stuck in a rut with music because of that.
Difference between a rut and a groove.
Hey, now.
That's Sean Payton. He said, subtle difference between a rut and a groove. Think about that. Just really hope I don't come home and hear my daughter saying, his love was the key that opened my... What? No. Please no. Not yet. I either got to get mentally prepared for this or mentally just check out.
Yeah, that's what it's starting to go towards.
Where's Dad? He's wandering around the yard in his underwear again. Somebody get him.
He's wearing headphones because he doesn't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, somebody get him inside. He's lost his ways.
How many walks is he going to take Red for?
And we just walked to Cumberland. That's the western part of the state.
So far.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that seems to be what we're singing about.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're a guy and your girl has a song, you'd be like, that's kind of, hey, how about me?
Redwood Tree.
Look at me. All right. Okay.
All right.
Well,
that's it, buddy.
Will you be with us from Oregon somewhere?
Yeah.
Saturday
I'm staying.
night?
I got a 5 a.m. Sunday morning.
Live on the interwebs.
From Eugene.
And where will people find? I mean, I'll tweet it out, but where is it? It will be on YouTube?
Yeah.
Do we have a page?
You're going to send out the page. Link.
For now, ESPN YouTube page.
ESPN YouTube. But then we're trying to get our own.
You got to subscribe to that, right?
To ESPN, yeah. Go ahead.
The YouTube page. And if we get over 100,000 subscribers, we get one of those things I see people sending out that they send you.
I think it may take a while.
Yeah, I think 100,000 is a little aggressive.
That seems like a big number.
People just throwing out those like nothing.
There's 100.
Yeah, I don't care if there's
No comma, no
You know
other
what?
zeros.
Maybe it's better conversation with 5 people in there. Kick around. Hey, what's your favorite team?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Who'd you lose today on?
Right. Who you like tomorrow? What 3 favorites are you putting in a teaser? Can I book it? Can I just book the action forever? That's what we'll do. We'll just
It's a little interactive.
there we go. I like it. We're gonna set up. We're gonna make book. Set up a book. That's all I have.
Yeah, live. I'm going to go to the Oregon game. Then I get to watch the night games in the room. We
And then-
fire up the microphone.
All right. So we'll see you.
YouTube page.
We'll see you there Saturday night, and then we get 100 people, and Steve and I start
Oh, one on the way out.
taking teasers. Yeah.
Is there any worry of Maryland that like Nebraska is going to invade? Is their crowd will?
No, I mean, no. I Maryland fans get all mad because what happened last week. So it's the same plea I always make. Come on out and support the guys. I don't want to hear same old, same old. They didn't get trucked. It was actually more painful, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of Nebraska folks there. But they wear red, so it sort of just seems like the same color. And they'll make noise, so it'll be loud. Big spot, fellas. How you respond to adversity, that's what defines you.
Mm-hmm.
That and blue water
You know what you have?
on your head. What?
Opportunity.
That's big, too.
Blue water.
See you Saturday.